In this video, I'm going to go over the kill command and the top command in Linux. If you're a longtime user of Windows like I am, and you're just still getting used to learning Linux, you often ask yourself, I'm in a situation here, I know how to handle it in Windows, but how would I handle it in Linux? I don't know. So I got to go look it up and go try it out. So I came across that one time when I had a hung process. So I was running something and it was using up a lot of the CPU. And I was just like, how do I make this thing stop? And so I looked around and I found out about the top command. And it runs a lot like the Windows Task Manager, which I'm sure if you've used Windows for any length of time, you're familiar with the Task Manager because you've had to kill something that wouldn't terminate on its own. Anyway, to test this out, let's go ahead and run a terminal window. I've got Ubuntu 20.04 in a VirtualBox virtual machine, and I'm running it in Windows on a Windows 10 laptop. I'm going to run terminal, and I'm going to clear all this out, and I'm going to run a command called top. So as you see, we have a list of processes, and most of them are run by the root user. If you didn't notice, the user logged into the system as tech user, so that's just a regular user that doesn't have root privileges. And you can also determine, it's pretty obvious that tech user isn't really running anything. There's just a couple of background processes. If you couldn't see it in this tool, you wouldn't know they were there. So I'm going to run Firefox, and we're going to pretend that Firefox is a rogue process that will not quit when we want it to. So we'll just click here. Give it a chance to load. And although Firefox is not doing anything wrong or appear to be doing anything wrong, we're going to pretend that it is. Now I'm going to tab back into my terminal window. And the processes kind of change place in the list based on the CPU usage. So Firefox, if I can catch it, looks like a process ID of 3219. To keep top running, I'll open another terminal window. So I could switch between these two. It's really nice. We're going to kill process 3219. Now, this is not an exhaustive analysis of the kill command. As with any Linux command, there's a lot of options, a lot of possibilities you could use to run it. But this is one way, and I suspect one common way one would use the kill command. So we'll hit enter. And we don't get any feedback saying the process was successfully killed. So we're kind of on our own to look around and see what happens. So I'm going to go Alt-Tab, and I don't have any other options except the terminal window. So that's a good sign. Let's go ahead and look at the window that's running top. And we can also see there doesn't appear to be any Firefox running. So it appears that we have indeed killed this process and done so pretty cleanly. So there you have it. There is one way if you don't know how to do something in Linux, but you do know how to do it in Windows. That's the Linux equivalent of it, of the task manager. Run the top command, and then separately you have to go, and I would advise, just run another terminal window, but just go and kill the process on the command line, and it seems to work pretty well.
Ow!